What up, everybody? The video that I did live yesterday didn't make it. I guess it was too filled with too much smoke. That's why I don't really make videos that's controversial or videos that's ruffling feathers, because they don't see the light of day on the main platforms. I mean, I could put them on my website, you know what I'm saying? I could tone them down, but it ain't the same message. But it is what it is. So anyway, today I want to talk about a subject that involves nature. I want to talk about a subject that involves nature. The subject that I want to talk about is the rain. It's the rain. Okay. What is the rain? I mean, from a scientific standpoint, of course, rain is water that has been evaporated from the earth, put in the water vapors in the clouds. The water vapor molecules get too full inside the clouds, and when the clouds get too full, it releases it. It goes into the ground. As it's going into the ground, it's actually gathering nutrients from the air, from the atmosphere. As it's being evaporated, it could be water that's been evaporated from Africa. You know what I'm saying? And brought over here, just like the sand. It's sand that blows from Africa across the water and makes it to the United States. So the same thing that can happen with sand, the same thing can happen with water and rain. So a lot of the nutrients that we actually are receiving for our existence is from somewhere else, and vice versa. That's why it's important that we have trees. That's why it's important we have wildlife, because it's all a cycle. Now, the main aspect of what I want to talk about when it comes to rain is this. The purpose of rain is not only to nourish nature, but it's also to cleanse it. It's also to cleanse it. How do you get clean in the morning? You take a shower or a bath and you use soap and water. You could use soap without water. Are you really clean? No, you just gonna get sticky full of soap. So what the water actually does, it rinses off the dirt, the filth, the soot. In the Catholic religion, I grew up Catholic, so therefore I understand and I know the religion thoroughly. They use holy water to cleanse you. They throw it on you to cleanse you. When you get baptized, they dunk you to quote unquote cleanse you of your sins. Well, basically, that's just a ritual. When they put that on your forehead, that's a ritual. And when you get dunked under the water, that's also a ritual. Well, nature has its own rituals. And it's called cyclical cycles. It's called the rain. And what the rain does, as it comes down, anything that doesn't belong where it should be, like the dirt, the soot, anything in the environment that's not naturally supposed to be there, it usually washes it away. It usually washes it away. But what a lot of people don't know about the rain is this, though. The rain actually cleanses the air. When it rains or is about to rain, it actually cleanses the air, because what happens is those molecules electrify anything that's electrical in the atmosphere. That's why you get lightning and thunder and things of that nature. But what happens is, as all of these molecules are forming and getting ready to form like a thunderstorm, you have ozone. And what ozone does is actually pulls the things out of the air and it cleanses the air. If you ever had smoke in your house, or you ever had a fire or something like that, or if you clean apartment buildings and it's somebody that's a heavy smoker, You can buy this thing called an ozone cleaner. And basically what the ozone cleaner does, you put it in there and you just run it. It runs in cycles, like 30-minute cycles. And every 30 minutes, it's cleansing the air. Okay? It's using the ozone, just like the rain does. That's where the concept came from. Somebody literally, probably a scientist, studied what nature does, made it into a machine, and got rich off of it. I'm assuming they got rich, but they sell them. So they use nature's way of cleansing the air inside your home. They actually created a machine. But why is the rain important? The rain is important because it also symbolizes new birth. If you ever watched a nature show where it's a desert or it's a dry season in Africa and it rains almost instantaneously, which means fast, within a half an hour, you're going to see flowers and stuff sprouting everywhere because rain rejuvenates. So rain cleanses the surface, rain cleanses the air, and it also regenerates or rejuvenates or creates new life. If we're talking about a seed being planted, it creates new life. If the rain can do that to nature outside of you, why can't it do that for you? If they created a machine that can do it in your house, nature already created the process. In many cultures, rain is also symbolic. It means many different things in many different cultures. But I'm quite sure you all heard of the Native American rain dances. Those were symbolic of things that they wanted to happen. So they were manifesting rain through the dance. Why did they dance? Where did they dance? Did they dance inside their teepees? They danced outside to nature. They danced outside to manifest with nature. They are looking to become one with nature. I'm not saying what their culture done. I'm talking about the symbolic attributes of it. Okay? A lot of the times they be outside. Sometimes they would have the boots and stuff on. Look it up yourself. Sometimes they'll be barefooted. Why is being barefoot important out in nature? We always talk about it. Grounding yourself. So they were grounding themselves one with nature to grab something from nature and to manifest something with nature. How did they manifest it? With their words. Now, I'm not an Indian expert. I'm not a Native American expert, but just based on my research, they would hum and say different things. You know, I don't even want to try to do it because then it could be making fun of. I do not want to offend any Native American people. I respect them, but they would make certain vocalizations. They're my kids. They on VR. You know how that goes. They make certain vocalizations in order to say their chant in the symbolic aspect of the dance to get what they want to manifest. So they're chanting things that they want to happen with nature. The same way they did it is the same way you can do it. Now, I'm not saying you can do or be their culture. What I'm saying is the laws of nature are consistent across the board. You just have to look at nature, mimic it, and figure it out for your own personal life. And let me tell you what the rain symbolizes for me personally. Everything that I told you, but the main thing is new beginnings. It cleanses, it rejuvenates, it brings forth life, but it's also new beginnings. Because sometimes you can have too much rain and it can cause a flood. Sometimes you don't have enough rain and everything doesn't get nourished. But at the end of the day, Without the rain at all, none of that stuff is going to grow. None of that stuff is going to exist. Whereas we talking about plants. Animals need water. Without water, they ain't going to exist. We need water. You know, we need things clean. Our bodies, if we don't cleanse our bodies, we get dirty, infected, and it's over. So rain is very important symbolically. Water, we know, is a natural resource and we need it. But rain, people run from rain. This is a true story. I remember one day I was watching the news. It was springtime, and everybody was anticipating good. They wanted good weather, but it was gonna rain that day because it was some type of event at a park or something. And the weatherman said it's gonna be a terrible day because it's gonna rain. I said, how he gonna determine my day based on the weather? I'm gonna have a good day regardless. Me being the professional that I am, being in behavior, you know, I'm a specialist. To me, he was prompting people to have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? By saying it was gonna be a bad day, they get in their subconscious mind and they're gonna think today's gonna be a bad day. Why? Because he said it and he's confirming because it's rain, it's gonna be a bad day. No. I actually wrote a nice long letter to the news agency. They responded. He didn't do that anymore. I mean, because I used to watch the news a lot. I don't even watch it no more. But it didn't happen on that station from that same individual because that was feedback. And it was professional feedback. You know, I drop my credentials. Sometimes you got to do that for them to actually, you know. But last but not least, to get you up out of here, do not run from the rain. I don't care who telling you it's going to be a bad day because it's raining. In your life, you're going to have many rainy days. Don't run from those rainy days. Those rainy days is the one that cleanses you of old energy. They bring out things in you or burst things in you the same way rain does. It birthed things in you that you didn't even know that was there. You didn't know that you could do this to get this money. You didn't know. I remember your first fight. You scared. But once you believed that you could do something and you actually had evidence that you could do it, doing it again was nothing. Stop running from the rain. Go to the storm. The key is just be prepared. Just be prepared for the storm. Get your rain boots if the rain if the water get high. Get your raincoat. Get your umbrella. I wouldn't recommend wearing sunglasses in the rain. But hey, if it's coming down, if anybody ever rode a motorcycle in the rain, with or without a helmet, if you ain't got no face cover, it felt like you getting stung by 1,000 bees. It hurt. You go over 35 miles an hour, that water hurt. So rain can actually sting, just like life can sting, just like rainy days can sting. Stop running from the rain. Just be prepared. Because once that storm is over and it clears, it just literally stopped raining here. It rained earlier. Tornado warning. It's clear now. This is what happens in nature after stormy or rainy days. Listen. It's quiet outside of my kids. But it's quiet. You see what I'm saying? The air is clean. Smells good out here. So that being said, stop running from the rain. Philosopher 80 Jones. Till next time, these holla.